When the rest of me is down. La 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 la. Now I've got you in my space. La 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 la.
Boom. Yes, so Hairless here. Today we have Pentatonix La La Latch. Right, this one I'm excited for, and I should probably give you some context around where I sit with these songs and what I know about them, so this intro might be a little bit longer than usual. If anyone doesn't know, the two songs, they are La 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 by Naughty Boy and Latch by Disclosure. Both behemoths of songs, extremely well known. La 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 has 1.2 billion views on YouTube, and Latch has 460 million. Pentatonix has obviously seen them and thought, let's make a mashup or a medley out of this. What do these two songs both have in common, other than both starting with the letters L.A.? They're both sung by Sam Smith. Sam Smith is super famous now. He sung the soundtrack for the James Bond film Spectre. So when I was first recommended this a couple of months back, I was surprised and excited. Sam Smith has a phenomenal voice, really. He's an artist that I knew before he became a superstar, and I'm just not surprised in the slightest that he's become as big as he is, because his voice, I think, is that good, and arguably more importantly, it's very unique and distinctive. And unique and distinctive is exactly what I said about Mitch Grassi when I first heard his voice. And Mitch and Sam Smith do have a kind of similar voice. They're both able to sing extremely high, both in their chest voice and in their head voice, and can seamlessly transition between the two. They test the boundaries of what you might expect a man to be able to sing. So I have no doubt in my mind that this mashup was created with Mitch in mind. And I'll be extremely surprised if Mitch doesn't have the majority of the melodies here, or at least a fair portion of them. I guess Kirsty would be well suited as well. Just for context, here's a quick snippet of Sam Smith singing La La La.
Turning up the fire when you speak.
And from Latch. As you can see, it's a crazy voice, very powerful, very distinctive, and so high. He's so easily able to switch between his chest voice, his head voice, and a blend of the two. Everyone I know who's a similar age to me knows these songs. And I think it's a very clever mix that Pentatonix have chosen to do here, both sung by Sam Smith, and the names work so well together. So I'm excited to see what Pentatonix do. We know they're fantastic at creating medleys and mashups through melodic combination. So I think let's just get straight into it.
Lift my heart up when the rest of me is down. You enchant me even when you're not around. If there are boundaries, I will try to knock them down. I'm latching on, babe. Now I know what I have found. Don't speak when you spit your venom, keep it shut. I hate it when you hiss and preach by your new messiah, cause your theories catch fire. I can't find your silver lining. I don't mean to judge, but when you read your speech, it's tiring. Enough is enough.
Sorry, I'm going to be controversial and pause just before the chorus here. Let's leave it on a bit of a cliffhanger whilst I go over what we've heard so far. I'm a little bit surprised that Mitch was singing down the octave there. And thinking about it, I don't know why I'm surprised, because that's how the original song is. So that said, I'm fully expecting Mitch to now come blasting in on the chorus, but in his blended voice, or maybe even chest voice if he can. It's a good arrangement though. There are some things that I want to point out. The opening for a start. Because of the chords here, we immediately know that this is like a modern arrangement. The chords are unconventional. Cue Sir Hairless from the future just to quickly talk about those chords. So we're in F sharp minor, which is this chord, these three notes. I'll play the first four chords and notice how every single chord is unconventional. It has more than three notes in it. And these are the chords that go underneath Kirsty's melody. La, 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 la. So we have the F sharp minor, but then Avi has that. So the chords go. There's not one conventional chord in the sense that they all have more than 3 notes in them. It's juicy. It's a great way to start that immediately gets us searching for some reassurance of what the harmonic foundations are. So then Kirsty's part, it's different to the original. We are in the same key as the original, but Kirsty sings this instead of the original, which is. So for Kirsty here, this is 1, arguably a bit more difficult because the interval is larger, but 2, it's also a bit more traditional because both notes that Kirsty sings are found in the F sharp minor chord. Maybe there is some harmonic reassurance after all. It's also worth noting, I think, that the original song's opening is quite iconic. Similarly to how we saw in Papa Ute, the song opens with a completely different temperament to the rest of the song. It eases us in, and Pentatonix have chosen to omit this in their arrangement. So these dum-dum chords that we get. 5-part harmony. Kevin's not only singing, but he's singing the top parts. He's top or second from the top. They're so tight, it is actually really difficult to distinguish them. But he's using his falsetto and he just blends so well with the others. I've said this before, but I just think that his voice when he sings is great for a group blend sound. And Scott's voice as well. I think it suits this song so well. It's not Mitch singing as I thought it might be, maybe Mitch comes later. But here at this pitch, it's perfect for Scott's range. It's just teetering on the upper edge of what he's really comfortable singing in his chest voice. But even here on this note, on this F sharp, he's using a bit of air to help it and it creates this nice sound that we hear. Then there was the word never that really caught my ear. That's Mitch, right? That has to be Mitch. A little taster maybe of what I've been expecting. And then after that we get this really nice section here where Kirsty, Mitch and Scott are singing in triad, so 3 notes moving up and down together homophonically, which leads into the chorus, which is where I left us on the cliffhanger. So let's carry on. There we go. Alright, there's a little change there. Some really cool stuff that we just heard there, so let's quickly go over them. So where we carried on from the cliffhanger bit, it was Kirsty that they gave the melody to. And to be fair, I think she smashes it. It just goes to show how well Kirsty and Mitch work together, the fact that they're almost completely interchangeable, obviously with slight differences because of the male versus female anatomy. It's just so good. And Mitch is there actually belting still, it's just a A to G sharp in his full voice. So you have this powerful Mitch acting as a foundation for Kirsty's melody. And then he cools off a bit on La 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 here. But his part is really catchy. He's going underneath La La La. And Scott singing the same thing, just 3 notes down. Yeah, I mean, this arrangement is quite nuts, especially this bit. I heard something pretty cool there. So it's Mitch doing like an arpeggio down, which then hands over to Scott. Cue Hairless from the future, and I'll show you on the piano. It'll be easier to see. Mitch is the right hand, Scott is the left hand. Look how they just pass on to each other. So we have the melody in Kirsty, these flowing R's in Mitch and Scott, and then Avi and Kevin, as usual, just absolutely nailing it down at the bottom underneath there, providing the rhythmic foundation completely in contrast to the upper parts. I think it's a great arrangement. And then after that we have this really nice, almost chordal section. It's crazy how much of a difference getting everyone to sing homophonically, same words at the same time at the same rhythm, makes here, and context is everything in music. Usually, if everyone is singing homophonically, it will reinforce the sound. But here, the sound is removed, it's quieter, it's more tame, and that's because of the intricacies of the arrangement just before this part. And the chords here are really nice, I think. They're fairly static, but with a slight downward movement. Avi's part was doo-doo-doo. Scott's part... and Mitch. Here, these are the chords. My question earlier about that never we heard. Mitch confirmed. And it's another one of their arrangements where rhythm is just so important. It keeps things moving, it allows for contrast from section to section, and it helps with instrumental effects. If you're singing more notes more frequently, then you have more opportunity to create these effects that we're hearing now. So what I was saying earlier about Scott's voice suiting this really well, I found an example here where he's teetering at the top of his chest voice. You see how on that top note on Give, how he just switches to his head voice and then straight back down because that top note's too high for him in his chest voice. But it works so well. And then of course the moment that I was waiting for. It came later than I expected, but we got it. Look at Mitch go. No words needed. We got up to the section that changed slightly. Let's go from there. Boom, ending with Mitch up there. Yeah, that was great. I really liked that chordal bit that they finished with, that we also had earlier on in the song. They definitely did both of the songs here justice. Brilliant arrangement. Not gonna lie, I did think that there'd be more of Mitch having the higher melodies, but this is not a complaint at all. I think what they did was great. They saved Mitch till near the end. Kirsty and Scott's melodies overall were fantastic. But yeah, just very happy with that one. A few final points just to round up the video. These doo-doo-doos are a really nice touch. They're very interesting. They remind me of formality. You know, like, oh, do. The opposite of what I'd expect to hear in a song like this. And then, of course, we have... This whole section is super clever. It's a proper mashup. And with the equal rhythms as well driving it, it's like this pulsating blob of organised music. And the part I'm about to play, again, a clever mashup. Also, listen to Avi's part. It starts off high sustained, and then it descends down and gets really rhythmic and starts jumping around the place, which really adds to the upbeat feel. And then, as I said before, that chordal section at the end. I like their dancing there. But it's the same as before, except now Avi's part is down the octave. So this time around it creates a bit more of a rich, fuller sound. And then final point, a testament to Pentatonix's medley creating skills. Here, they do something unexpected. They just take the lyrics from one song and put it onto the melody of the other song. Yeah, that was a really nice one. It helps knowing both originals so well, and I thought the arrangement was really the standout feature here. Cool, well, let's leave it there. As always, thank you very much for watching. Would appreciate a like, subscribe. If you want to support me and join the community, then please join the Patreon or YouTube membership. Information for those in the description below, and I will see you next time.